Hi, I'm Allison Speranza, and welcome to another edition of Concert TV News. In addition to giving you the latest new album releases and tour announcements, this week we'll chat with the Ting Tings and OAR. Plus, we'll get the inside scoop on one of New York's best outdoor live music venues, Central Park Summer Stage. It's all coming up on this July 21st, 2008 edition of Concert TV News. This week we've got a slew of new music, a little something for everyone. Here are this week's top new releases. Seattle band Candlebox had huge success in the 90s with their smash hit, Far Behind. They hope to regain some of that success with Into the Sun, their first album since 1998. Even though it's been 10 years, the band sounds as strong as ever. Miley Cyrus is the most popular teenager in America. On her latest album, Breakout, she finally separates herself from her alter ego, Hannah Montana. Cyrus co-wrote the majority of the songs on the CD, which also includes a cover of Cyndi Lauper's Girls Just Wanna Have Fun. Trent Reznor shocked his fans and the entire music industry when he released the new Nine Inch Nails album, The Slip, as a free digital download in May. Fans can finally pick up a physical copy of the album this week. Also out this week is the self-titled EP from One Day as a Lion, a duo made up of Rage Against the Machine singer Zack de la Rocha and Mars Volta drummer Jon Theodore. This is the first time fans can hear De La Rocha on an album in almost 5 years. Finally, OAR's new album All Sides hit stores last week, and Concert TV's Jennifer Glass got to sit down with the band to talk about their busy year, the new album, and more. Check it out.
Stumble out in the night under pouring rain, made the block sad and thought there's more I need.
So I'm sitting here with Mark and Richard from OAR, who are on a tiny little mini break between the big promotion of putting out your new record and your new tour. Tell me about what fans can expect from this new record.
Really what we wanted to do is bring it all back home. You know, we'd gone along in our last couple of records, learned the art of songwriting a little more, the art of recording in the studio, but I don't think we'd made it exactly where we wanted to be. But on this record, it was more about the band. It was about the band playing in a room together. It was kind of an homage to how we used to make records, you know, over 10 years ago. We're really proud of that, you know. We're really proud that we were able to find that essence of OAR. So.
Shattered, you mentioned, is the first single. I know you guys work with Danny Clinch on that video, who's an amazing artist in his own right.
Danny Clinch was always, you know, kind of our reach. You know, that was the guy that we've always wanted to work with, and let alone if we had the chance to work with him for this time around, that would have been our choice, our #1 choice.
Danny Clinch is the be-all, end-all photographer in New York, you know, in the world, I think. And I think everyone's seen his work somewhere. You know, the guy shot Dylan, Tupac, Bryan Adams, Jay-Z. So to be around him is a blessing. To have him work on you is, forget it, an honor.
You sold out Madison Square Garden not once, but twice. If that's not a dream gig, I don't know what is.
It was completely surreal. In fact, I don't really remember much about that show because I was so starstruck by the whole event.
We have some portions of Madison Square Garden's live performance at Concert TV, so head on over to the shows and specials section to check that out. Go get your copy of All Sides and see these guys out on the road. It's an experience not to be missed.
All right, Jerry, say goodnight.
Looking for a cure for those summertime blues? Maybe one of these concerts is just what you need. Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band have been on the road almost non-stop since October of last year. Currently in Europe, the group will return to the U.S. to start the final leg of their Magic Tour on July 27th. Chicago-based rockers Wilco kick off their summer tour this week in Fairbanks, Alaska. They'll be making stops across the U.S. at Lollapalooza, Virgin Mobile Fest, and the Outside Lands Music and Arts Festival in San Francisco. Other bands on the road are 80s icons Air Supply, Brooklyn's own They Might Be Giants, and the English indie pop duo The Ting Tings. If you haven't yet gotten We Started Nothing, the debut album from The Ting Tings, you're missing out. The British duo has been topping charts in the UK, and they made it big in the US by getting the coveted iPod commercial. Jennifer Glass sat down with the band to talk about their rapid success, breaking into the US, and more. Take a look.
Shut up and let me go. This hurts, I tell you so. For the last time you want.
So I am sitting here with Katie and Jules, of course, from the Ting Tings. Thanks for talking with us today. Your debut album, We Started Nothing, has just been out a couple of weeks here, in the US anyway. I watched your Shut Up and Let Me Go video this morning. Did you do your own stunts for this video?
A lot of it we did ourselves. They put us on wires and taught us how to like do flips backwards and fly through the air, and so we had to learn like these fight sequences, and we so feel bruises because we're not fighters, we're lovers, you know. Not lovers like that, I mean, you know.
Right, gotcha. We scooped it right here, folks. No. To some, especially here in the US, the Ting Tings have come out of nowhere. I've spoken to a lot of bands lately who've said, you know, we're so disillusioned with the music industry, to hell with it, we're just gonna do what we love and make our own music, and that's when the industry comes calling, which is exactly what happened to you guys and kind of ironic. Do you think there's something to that?
That's easy to say after. That's hard to do because you've got to have, you've either got to have a hell of a lot of confidence just to get on with what you're doing, or you've got to sort of really be so down that you think, you know what, I don't care anymore. The middle bit is what most bands they're faced with because you're trying so hard to do your stuff.
I ain't faking this, shut up and let me go. Hey!
Is it hard to recreate the sounds that you make in the studio on stage? And that has to be a challenge.
It was at first, when we first started to think about this more seriously, going out on tour. And what happened is we used to make loads of mistakes. We still do. But what we started to find out by touring was that the mistakes are the best parts about it, because the audience really liked it when the pedals cut out or something, or you know. So let's do that again. And of course, you try and do that again, and you can't.
When we first met, no, so easy.
We would like to think about doing a second album on the same kind of spontaneity that we did on the first. So we haven't got any plans about that until we get to a point where we've had enough of touring.
Well, no plan seems to have been a pretty good plan for you guys. The Ting Tings, the record is We Started Nothing, although I beg to differ. If you guys want to check out more of the Ting Tings, just head on over to the artist page, www.concert.tv. Thank you so much.
This year marks the 23rd season of the popular Central Park Summer Stage concert series. Already this summer, we've seen shows by favorites Sheryl Crow, up-and-comers Vampire Weekend, and Santa Gold. We sat down with Summer Stage director James Burke to discuss this year's lineup, the incredible venue, and more. Check it out.
So I'm sitting here in lovely Central Park with James Burke, who's working with the Summer Stage program. How did the Central Park Summer Stage program come to be?
Well, it was actually founded in 1986, so we're entering our 23rd consecutive season of presenting in Central Park. And it was begun by the Central Park Conservancy as a way to sort of revitalize this area of the park.
Have you seen anything crazy? Any audiences get unruly on you?
Well, we've definitely have some energetic patrons come through. You know, another kind of programming philosophy we have is to mix and match. So often on the field, some of the people that come through, they come with their own traditions.
How are the acts and events chosen for Summer Stage each year?
Well, this season we're presenting 32 free programs of music, dance, spoken word, and film as well. You know, we're always trying something new every year. We have Thievery Corporation with special guest stars, all of who've performed at Summer Stage before. Sue George, Bebel Gilberto, Federico Abel. So that's going to be a really special program.
Well, you heard it here. Get out and go live, everybody. Hit the Summer Stage here in New York City in the middle of Central Park and check out some shows. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
That does it for this week's Concert TV News. We hope you come back every week for a new installment of the latest album releases, tour announcements, artist interviews, and more. Thanks for watching.